Hello, everybody. Just want to say thank you to the Catholic Memorial High School Board of Directors for listening to me today as I talk to you about the future of Catholic Memorial IB Business Management. So I want to give you a little update. The last time I presented to you was 4 years ago, and I was talking to you about getting the kids involved in things outside of the classroom, and that has worked very, very well. So let me just go through a few things that we've been doing, and then I wanted to touch base with you about things that we want to do in the future. So our vision is to provide each of our students the tools to become entrepreneurs and business leaders who help shape our world with the values of our Catholic faith. And that is paramount to what we are doing. So moving on. From our vision, our mission, and what we're doing day to day, to actively educate students toward personal success, financial freedom, and a life centered in charity in all things. And we really want to adhere to our Catholic Memorial values when we are looking at business and growing things and adding value for our customers. And we want to do this through classroom content and real world experience. And the picture shown on this slide is our students as we put together our cafe, our student-run cafe. They were testing the water, so to speak, on a new product they were giving out to the students, which was iced coffee. And that's what they were doing there. That was a few years ago. That cafe has since been cruising and doing very well. All right, so I want to give you a quick lowdown of our CMH business courses. Number one, we have Introduction to Business that is offered to sophomores, juniors, and seniors. It's a semester-long course, and we'll go over the details on that in a minute. Then we have junior year. The students can take International Business Management SL, meaning standard level, or 1 year. So it's a year-long course. It goes over all the major pillars of business, operations management, organizational structure, human resources, finance and accounting, and sales and marketing. Now, in IB Business Management HL, or year 2, that happens to be the course that I teach. Alex Glorioso teaches a standard level junior year. The senior year, I get them back. We go back over those pillars of management and business, but in more detail. And then we add some extra things as well. But what I have found is that we can actually add more. And so that is where the real world experience focus has been the last few years. And again, we'll touch on that in a sec. Our Intro to Business course, the units are, just so you know, very functional skill-based, goal setting, time management, resume writing, personal finance, the 7 habits of highly effective teens. We do an analysis on that and of themselves. And then we do Strengths Finder 2.0 as well. And they can look at their perceived strengths and how that might apply to a career in their future. So then moving along, business skills development in Intro to Business. They also conclude the class with a business plan. And these young ladies in the picture right above me did their business plan on phone cases that they customized. And actually they were really, really quite cool. So they start up a grassroots business. They put together a business plan, and you can just see the bullet points that they go over in terms of the business plan. So it is very thorough. They do a nice job. So that is Intro to Business. Moving on to IB Business Management. The units we cover, like I said, organizational side, HR, finance and accounting, marketing, plus sales, and then operations management as well. We also do a small personal finance unit. It takes about a week or so. But we also integrate personal finance throughout the course. So we apply the business ideas that we go over to their personal life as well. Okay, so we also have an IB Business and internal assessment, and this is where the kids in junior year, they look at a large company and they focus on an opportunity or challenge that company might have and do an analysis and recommendation on it. The second year, a senior year, they actually talk to a business owner or business manager locally and focus on a business opportunity or business challenge and give them a recommendation on that as well. And the picture, this way I have over here, is Mr. Fernandez. He was a firefighter and he saw that people were having back issues. So he actually came up with a device that rolls up these 900-pound fire hoses, which is pretty amazing. And so his whole family's involved in this. His kids actually, on the weekends, they'll go to East Coast, West Coast. They'll go to different events for municipalities and firefighters and so forth, and sell this device, which is pretty amazing. So that was one example of an internal assessment that was applied in real life. We also have the students do small group startup businesses, and they apply business concepts throughout the year in standard level. The goal is for students to apply important business concepts to their own startups throughout the year. Now, in SL and HL, as students get out of their seats, they brainstorm ideas and strategies in order to accomplish a task, to solve a problem. You can see here they're standing up, and it's virtually every class. They're doing some sort of collaborative or group work together. In my classroom alone, I have several of the whiteboards, and they get together and they collaborate as they do thinking, creating, brainstorming, and analyzing together. So we're trying to get it more and more interactive, and that's what we've done since I last talked to you. Business experience, we've been doing that as well. We require our students to have a certain amount of business experience hours that involve marketing, advertising, sales, promotion, something outside of the classroom. And then it's generally been things that we've done inside the building or things that we've done for Catholic Memorial. So this picture, you can see these young ladies, they were promoting CMH at the Seton volleyball tournament, which is huge here in the Milwaukee area. You can see these young ladies working a concession stand in our one-act play. And then we have students selling items, food, clothing, that sort of thing from the Spirit Shop at CMH sporting events throughout the year. We also work the CMH rugby tournament, the CMH musicals, which lasts a couple of weekends. And then there's a middle school track meet at the end of the school year that we actually started doing the promotions for, since we had hundreds of junior high parents and kids there. So we promoted CMH at that event, and now our admissions department does that regularly the last several years. So it's been great. So getting them out of the classroom, getting them involved in other items. Let me go back here real quick. You can see a picture of these students were at FIS, actually. They were doing a career-related company visit. Also got a tour of the place as well. We go to a number of businesses each year and get tours. We talk to people in different aspects of business so that our students can ask questions and get more of a hands-on idea of what happens in business. Moving on to the next slide. This is it got cut off a little bit. I apologize. We also do the Junior Achievement Business Challenge. It's hosted by Briggs & Stratton. We go there every year. We've won some awards there. We also have some folks that we know that are affiliated with Catholic Memorial, and they actually give us a tour of the Innovation Lab. And so that's the picture, whoa, that you see right here. Sorry, that is a mirror image that I'm looking at of myself. So anyhow, you can see that we've been getting out of the classroom and doing things in the real world. Having people come in and present, going out to the companies. We do this several times a year. And so that's been the big thing, allowing our students to do more than just read a book or regurgitate something that we discussed in class or something that they read about or saw in a video. And you can see all these pictures are events that we had, case studies that we did with General, or GE, now no longer General Electric. OFW, we visited there as well, and work with them in terms of case study work. So we have been doing this throughout the year, the last 4 years, and it has been outstanding. But we know there's more that we can do for our students, and we can add more value for them. And so we are asking you to consider approving internship programs for our business students. Now, this wouldn't be for all the students. This would be for a select dozen or so that we feel would be a good fit for an internship program. It would be on-site. It would be career-related. So if they were interested in accounting, we would set up an internship with an accountant or in an accounting department at a company. They would attend it 1 to 2 times a week. Our business classes are essentially first and last period. So what they could do is leave school before their business class started once or twice a week, go to their internship. They would then be responsible for making up the classroom content, which with a virtual-based learning tool. So I would perhaps put a short lecture on a video. They would view that. They would do their own readings and do the case study work and so forth that I asked them to do for that evening. So again, it's a real specific set of students that would be selected for this. So we're going to focus on students with a high academic achievement. but also identify those who thrive in a real world setting. So these might be students that do decently well academically, but do very well hands-on. And we have found that we have students that are decent in the classroom, but when they're working our student-run cafe, they do an outstanding job selling, working with people. Those are the kind of folks that we're looking to identify. The other thing I wanted to add is what I think is real important as a Catholic institution, and we talk about doing things for our community and socially in terms of helping those in need. We have, I think now, about 70 students that are school choice. Okay, so somewhat lower socioeconomic status than we traditionally have had, and that's 70 out of about 575 students, which is a decent portion. What I'm excited about as well is for the right student, the student that qualifies for this both academically and behaviorally and so forth. We're going to be able to get some students who otherwise may never have had a chance based on their family background to get involved with a business at this young of an age, to be able to network, to make connections. So that is something that really excites me, and I know it'll excite you as our Catholic Memorial community. All right, so almost done here. So the IB Business Management internships are available to seniors in their second year of business content, and it's a great opportunity for them to apply what they have learned in the classroom. And that's what we are really excited about. Here's a picture of 3 young ladies. Not only were they working the coffee shop, which is illustrated above, but the young lady in the middle started making macarons, and she makes amazing macarons. I've been to Paris, I've eaten macarons there. Hers are just as good, if not better. So she actually, well, she earned a lot of money for college her senior year a couple of years ago, selling those in the cafe. So the future of CMH business, it's important for CMH to develop relationships with our community businesses for our own growth and development as a school. And our internships in turn bring notoriety to that business. And we have several businesses who bring our students in for the day already to do field trips and to talk to different people in different professional lines of work so that they can get some notoriety with students. And once those students graduate from college, that they may consider going back to work for that company. They use it as a recruiting tool. So it's a real nice way, I think, we can work back and forth with businesses in our community. And here we are, the last slide. The future is now. So CMH is at the forefront of business education in Waukesha County. Waukesha County schools right now do offer work-based programs that allow for functional skill development. What I like about what we're doing is not only would it offer functional skill development, but would also apply to specific areas of business that the kids are interested in. And we would easily be the only private high school in the area offering both engineering, which is an internship program that we started last year and, as you know, has been very successful, and business internships. We would be the only private high school in the area to offer both engineering and business real-world opportunities. I thank you for listening to me. I know it was ran a little more than I wanted to, but I thank you so much for all your support, everything you've done for our faculty and for our students, and the leadership that you've provided. Thank you. Take care.